These proceedings are called to order.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Tedesco, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, Graduate Studies, and Dean of the James T. Laney School of Graduate Studies. Now, if we were in a more intimate setting, our smaller setting on campus, I would have started the way I'm going to start today by saying, let's get this party started. Stand up and cheer. Woo! Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Lots to celebrate. It's my honor to welcome you all, graduates from 2020 and 2021, our esteemed platform party, faculty, family, and friends, to the Laney Graduate School's 2021 commencement. I'm delighted to be joined in today's ceremonies by Emory University alum and Board of Trustees member Cynthia Sanborn, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dean of the Candler School of Theology, Dr. Jan Love, University Marshall Professor of Pedagogy in the Department of Chemistry, Dr. Tracy McGill, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Katherine Johnson, Laney Graduate School Senior Associate Dean and Professor of Sociology. President Gregory Fenves, who is attending all university ceremonies today, will be joining us soon. It's a pleasure to share this platform with you all. Let's applaud, please. I now welcome to the podium Provost Jan Love for our invocation. As Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Love serves as the Chief Academic Officer of Emory University. She's responsible for ensuring the quality of undergraduate, graduate, and professional education, and enhancing Emory's role as an eminent research university through excellence in faculty research, teaching, and scholarship. Dr. Love arrived at Emory shortly after I did, and she came as Candler School of Theology's first woman dean. She is internationally recognized as a leader in church and ecumenical arenas and is a scholar of world politics. Please welcome Interim Provost Love.
Good morning. Please accept my most heartfelt congratulations today as you graduate from Emory University. It is truly a joy to behold you in person. I offer this invocation today as a prayer in my tradition as a Christian, and I invite you to join me in any way that is appropriate for you and your tradition. O God of all names and beyond all names, we invoke your blessing on us today. As we gather to celebrate, we praise you as the source of faith and learning that spark and stoke our minds and hearts to seek knowledge and welcome wonder. Thank you for the gift of education and for this particular institution, Emory University, and its dedication to creating, preserving, teaching, and applying knowledge in the service of humanity. We come with great thanksgiving, especially for these graduates of the Laney Graduate School, some who have labored for a couple of years and others, especially those who have earned PhDs, for many more. We revel in their joy for a job well done in the face of some of the most difficult circumstances many have ever faced. They mastered their subjects, researched the burning questions that needed answers, and wrote all their papers, all while hunching over screens and navigating a world plagued by ideological and biological viruses. So much chaos, so much injustice, So much violence, so much isolation, and so much death. But their exhausted minds, bodies, and spirits also came alive in classrooms, had moments of insight and new discoveries, revealed new understandings, grew antibodies, lent a helping hand to those in need, enjoyed walks, good humor, and delicious food in pods with friends and family, with more home cooking than ever before. We're grateful for all we have learned and how we've grown in the midst of these hardships. With great gratitude for all their support and patience, we ask your blessings on these students' loved ones, family, and friends. Bless also the faculty for their dedication, their resilience to mentor and inspire the next generation of scholars, for their determination that meaningful education and research would continue despite the circumstances. Bless the staff who solved practical problems and bureaucratic conundrums, and the trustees who keep us all in good order. Be with us now in this wondrous day of celebration, and give us glad, grateful hearts for all those who brought us safe thus far. We pray all this relying on your grace, depending on your love, sheltered by your mercy, and in joyful service to your will. Amen.
Thank you for your inspiring words, Dr. Love. May they leave us with peaceful minds and touched hearts. Now, has President Fenves arrived? Do we have President Fenves in the house? Well, you know there's several commencements going on at this time, and I think we need to wait for him for the next bit of our proceedings. So I thought I would just share with you briefly that over the course of the years, part of my role in the graduate school is to approve the dissertations and approve the theses. And I do take a look at them. I linger over some more than others. I marvel at the absolute beauty of some of the more formula-driven disciplines, the theoretical, symbolic disciplines that have lots of pieces of figures and images. And I also look at the questions that students explore. They're extraordinary. They have insights into practice, into possible innovation. And every year, my mind and my heart is expanded by the words and the work that our students do. I take special care to read the acknowledgments in the master's and doctoral theses. Master's theses and doctoral dissertations in our lingo. And they're always generous, and they're always heartfelt. They recognize the love and the care and the support of family and friends. They recognize cats and dogs and birds and sometimes hamsters who stood by our students as they were writing and preparing for this day. The dissertation process especially, it's a longer process, takes a while, and it can be lonely, and it can be isolating. So I suspect our fur friends offer a side of unconditional compassion, love, support that is generous and welcome. So I join our graduates with their sentiments of gratitude and acknowledgement, and wish them well as they take all the strength from those projects and keep us connected for the days ahead. I wonder if we have an ETA available. President Fenves. Lots of commencements going on. A video? Sure, that would be great. We'll have a little video interlude until I see some numbers, 6 minutes, 7 minutes? Yeah, so maybe we'll just have a video interlude and enjoy each other's company for a little bit in that way. Thank you.
Listen up. I think you have to take it easy on yourself.
Find the things that keep you happy and ground you and make you feel sane, and make sure you make time for those things outside of work.
I know a lot of you have this idea that you should reach a certain milestone at a certain age, but don't be so stuck in a timeline that you lose out on amazing opportunities.
Don't find the easy way out of only looking for positivity, but to continue to work and be inspired to work from this hardship.
Always seek opportunities that you may not know are out there, and network with people who can help you find opportunities that push you outside of your comfort zone.
Step outside your comfort zone and learn something new. You just may be amazed at what you discover.
Go make a difference in your community by starting a nonprofit for a cause that's important to you. There are very low barriers to entry, and a small action that you take today can improve the lives of those around you.
My advice for the class of 2021 is to never be afraid to ask for help. You'd be surprised how many friends, family members, and alumni like myself are willing to help you to get to where you want.
Take your leadership skills and creativity and let us create a more just world for all of us.
Hi everyone, I'm Munir Migjani, and I want to congratulate you, the class of 2021. We're thrilled to welcome you as you cross over into the Emory alumni family, a strong network of alumni from across the world here to support you as you begin the next chapter of your journey. In fact, some of our alumni are joining me today to welcome you and celebrate this moment.
We are so proud of you and super excited that you are joining the Emory family. I have worked for the Alumni Association for 20 years, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. It's given me the opportunity to meet fantastic people who are making a true difference in their communities.
From the multiple degrees that I got from Emory, I knew I had a warm and welcoming network of people that were vested in my success. It was better than I could have ever anticipated, which has certainly helped me grow and have a thriving practice now.
The Emory alumni family is everything to me. I have been here since 2002, and honestly, I feel like I grew up here at Emory since I started as an internal medicine resident and am currently a faculty member. So Emory alumni are my friends, my colleagues, my collaborators, my mentors, and my mentees.
We are thrilled to welcome you to this new community of alumni, over 150,000 strong, across the country and across the world. We look forward to supporting you on your next journey. Wherever you may move, we look forward to engaging you in those communities and connecting you with alumni. We're excited to welcome you to this new community, the Emory alumni community. Congratulations and welcome.
We welcome you as members of the Emory community to join us in a moment of reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? This ceremony is being streamed live, and closed captioning is available for viewing at commencement.emory.edu. For your safety and the safety of the graduates and other guests, please listen carefully to the following safety protocols. Guests must remain at their seats during the program, and please do not move the chairs. Facial coverings must be worn at all times, fully covering the nose and mouth. Please maintain physical distance, follow any one-way directional signage, and be sure to wash or sanitize your hands regularly. At the conclusion of the ceremony, all guests and graduates should be seated. Ushers will dismiss the room row by row. Ushers are here for your safety. Please follow their directions. Thank you for your attention.
All right, listen up. I think you have to take it easy on yourself.
Find the things that keep you happy and ground you and make you feel sane, and make sure you make time for those things outside of work.
I know a lot of you have this idea that you should reach a certain milestone at a certain age, but don't be so stuck in a timeline that you lose out on amazing opportunities.
Don't find the easy way out of only looking for positivity, but to continue to work and be inspired.
Okay, colleagues and friends and families, President Fenves is in the house. Let's give an applause for that. Terrific. So it's my pleasure to introduce President Gregory Fenves. With a 36-year career in higher education, President Fenves is a distinguished research and educator, an experienced executive leader, and an advocate across higher education. Since joining the Emory community last summer, President Fenves faced with us the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. He's leading our initiatives by bringing together the community to carry forward the important work of the university in learning, teaching, research, and creative expression, while at the same time charting an optimistic, exciting, and engaged course for Emory's future. Please join me in welcoming President Gregory Fenves.
Well, thank you, Dean Tedesco, and I apologize for the brief intermission while I had to jog across the Georgia World Congress Center, and this is a big place, so appreciate your patience. Now, before I go any further, I want to say congratulations to the 2021 and the 2020 graduates of the Laney Graduate School. Now, with all the challenges you faced during an unprecedented moment in our history, you achieved your goals and your dreams. You earned your Emory degree. As we think about what the future holds, each of you shows tremendous promise, resilience, dedication, empathy, and creativity throughout your time at Emory. But you couldn't have gotten to this milestone in your lives alone. There are some very special people who deserve your thanks and gratitude. I'm talking about your family, your friends, your mentors, your loved ones, the people who during the toughest moments gave you encouragement and helped you tap into the brilliance that's within each one of you. They're the ones who helped you get here today. So stick with me for a moment. I'd like all the Laney Graduate School graduates, please stand up, turn around, and give a big round of applause to your families, your friends, your mentors, your loved ones. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Now, as Dean Tedesco mentioned, this is my first year at Emory, and thus my first commencement at Emory. And I know this is not a typical setting here in downtown Atlanta, with many watching from around the world. But in a year where nothing really typical happened, I think it's understandable that we're doing things a little bit differently today. And this ceremony is just one example. You are graduates like no other, and that's not simply because of your remarkable skills and talent, but because you have been tested in ways that would be unimaginable by previous generations of Emory alumni. And as I got to know the Emory community over this past year, I have been so impressed by all I have seen, heard, and learned about, and that's about you. By your unwavering dedication and the fact that you did not let anything get in your way of achieving your goals and your aspirations. Graduates, you have shown what Emory students are capable of, and through the example you have set, you have given me an education of my own, in heart, in courage, and commitment. And it is such an honor to be with you here today. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Now please turn your attention to the video screens for a presentation of a very special award to Dr. Anthony Fauci, who throughout this pandemic has provided extraordinary, life-saving leadership to our nation. Dr. Anthony Fauci, as our nation and the world began to confront the immense challenges presented by COVID-19, you quickly emerged as a leader uniquely suited for a historic moment. With scientific rigor and with patience, you helped guide us through the dark days of fear and confusion by explaining the science of viruses with clarity, candor, and precision. Driven by your decades-long commitment to saving lives and supporting public health, you became America's physician-in-chief, advising presidents, guiding research, and helping to steer the nation through the pandemic. But your service to humanity runs much deeper. As the longtime director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, you've overseen an extensive body of research, including critical advances in the global fight against HIV/AIDS and the development of policies that have served communities in need throughout the country. For your distinguished service, it is my great privilege to present you with the Emory President's Medal, one of the highest honors granted by the university. On behalf of Emory University and a deeply grateful nation, we extend our most heartfelt appreciation. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Fenves. It is with considerable gratitude that I accept this important award from Emory University, a world-renowned and prestigious university for which I have great respect. This is particularly meaningful to me as I have a kinship with Emory, since I have had for more than 4 decades and continue to have significant collaborations and shared experiences with scientists at Emory University School of Medicine, the College of Arts and Sciences, and Rollins School of Public Health. As only the 6th person to receive both an honorary degree from Emory University in 2003 and now the Emory University President's Award, I am sincerely humbled to join previous awardees such as the Dalai Lama, President Jimmy Carter, U.S. Representative John Lewis, Ambassador Andrew Young, and my good friend and colleague, Bill Foege, as a recipient of this award. As has been the case for virtually everyone in this country and around the world, this has been an extraordinary, challenging, and difficult year. I have had the opportunity and privilege to be part of the public health and scientific response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This global health crisis has changed the landscape of all of our lives, and this has been and continues to be a challenging time for all of us. Such times call upon all of us to work together. One of the important things that I have come to appreciate in my experiences this past year is how destructive divisiveness is. If there are any lessons that we have learned from this pandemic, they are: 1, science will provide the solution to this pandemic, as we have seen with the rapid and successful development of multiple safe and highly effective vaccines. And 2, societal divisiveness is counterproductive in a pandemic. We must not be at odds with each other, since the virus is the enemy, not each other. Hopefully, as we move forward, our collective commitment, tireless efforts, passion, and resilience will help us achieve a successful end to this unprecedented public health emergency. Only by working together with our partners in academia, industry, and the community will we be able to rapidly achieve this goal and be prepared to respond to future infectious diseases outbreaks. Once again, thank you so much for this great honor.
President Fenves, thank you for your leadership and for your support and commitment as we work together to strengthen our influence as a preeminent model for quality graduate education. And we're all grateful for the work of Dr. Fauci. He's demonstrated exemplary and extraordinary leadership, responsible leadership, over the course of this pandemic. As we prepare for the conferral of degrees, please join me in welcoming Emory alum and Board of Trustees member Cynthia Sanborn. Cynthia Sanborn is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer at Norfolk Southern Corporation. Prior to joining Norfolk Southern in 2020, she held leadership roles at Union Pacific Railroad, including Vice President of Network Planning and Operations. And before that, she held various senior management positions at CSX Corporation during 30 years of service. While at CSX, she became the first woman in the United States to hold an executive operating leadership role at a Class I railroad after being appointed Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer in 2015. Dr. Sanborn holds a bachelor's degree from Emory and an MBA from the University of Miami. Just think I conferred the doctorate on you. She was elected trustee in 2015. Please welcome Cynthia Sanborn.
Good morning. President Fenves, esteemed members of the university faculty, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the trustees of Emory University, I take great pleasure in accepting the recommendations of the president and the faculties of Emory University. Mr. President, as a member of the Board of Trustees, I authorize you to confer degrees upon the 2021 graduates, together with all appropriate rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities.
Dean Tedesco, please present your candidates for degrees of course.
Will the faculty of the James T. Laney School of Graduate Studies please rise? Last year, one of the many disruptions that we faced was our inability to celebrate together the accomplishments of our 2020 graduates. We commemorated the occasion in a virtual celebration where their degrees were conferred and their achievements acknowledged. And we're delighted that today, many of our 2020 graduates were able to join us. 2020 graduates, please stand. At the beginning of the pandemic, yes. Yeah. At the beginning of the pandemic, you faced extraordinarily uncertain and disruptive times, many challenges, yet you endured, and we continue to celebrate you, your accomplishments, and the achievements that your graduation day represents. Thank you for being with us today, and on behalf of Emory University, the Laney Graduate School, the faculty, staff, and your family and loved ones, congratulations once again. You may be seated. Mr. President, I now have the honor to present the 2021 candidates for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Development Practice, and Master of Science. Will the 2021 candidates please rise? These candidates have successfully completed their course of study and are recommended for their respective degrees by the faculty of the James T. Laney School of Graduate Studies.
Graduates, through the knowledge, the experience, and the training you've received at Emory, you have gained new perspectives, plumbed the depths of your disciplines, and are now poised to make extraordinary contributions and to, in fact, define your fields. With the deep expertise, you have pursued excellence through your research, through your scholarship, teaching, and service, advancing knowledge and opening new horizons. I hereby confer upon each of you your degrees with all the appropriate rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities that come with them. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, President Fenves. Before we continue with our ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the loss of two beloved members of the Laney Graduate School community who passed away this year. LGS Senior Program Coordinator Judy Phillip and LGS student Kun Lin. Over the course of her 15 years at Emory, the university was fortunate to experience Judy's dedicated and generous service. She worked with colleagues in the School of Medicine, the Institute for Developing Nations, and beginning in 2016, she joined us at the Laney Graduate School. Judy was an avid learner. In May 2020, she completed her Juris Master's degree from Emory School of Law, while still serving LGS in a full-time capacity. We were so proud of her, her accomplishments, and we honored her, and we're honored this year to celebrate her virtually as we did last year at commencement, alongside family and friends. Judy's positive spirit and care were treasures, and she is deeply missed. In one of our last in-person conversations at the onset of the pandemic, Judy expressed to me how much she loved Emory and enjoyed working with all of us in LGS. She also shared her commitment to students and our work. She remained ready and available to fill any gaps and help wherever needed. We will remember Judy fondly for her joyous spirit and her kindness, and will continue to keep her family and loved ones in our thoughts. We extend our deepest condolences to the family and close friends of LGS student Kun Lin. We are fortunate to have his family with us today as we pay tribute to his academic achievements at Emory. Kun was a PhD candidate in the neuroscience doctoral program and was recruited to Emory as a Laney scholar. Kun was doing his doctoral thesis research in Dr. Gary Bassel's laboratory investigating mechanisms of brain impairments in myotonic dystrophy. His important research findings will continue being carried forward by his colleagues in co-authored publications. He was passionate about science and had a diverse range of interests, including a collection of carnivorous plants that were recently accepted in his memory by the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. Kun was a kind and generous person with a strong commitment to social justice. He was a fervent admirer of Chief Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. In addition to awarding Kun the Master of Science degree posthumously, LGS, together with the neuroscience program, has received donations to establish the Kun Lin Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship will be used to support graduate student travel awards and a named annual lecture in his memory. Judy Phillip and Kun Lin both touched our lives in remarkable ways. They are missed and will forever be part of the Emory Laney Graduate School family. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Today's commencement ceremony is very special for many reasons. It's the first time in over a year that we're able to gather in person as an Emory community. Due to last year's disruptions, we were unable to celebrate the accomplishments of those participating in the 2020 ceremony in our traditional format, and again, we are grateful that many of last year's graduates are here with us today. This weekend, across schools and units across Emory, across the university, we'll have the great fortune to celebrate this milestone together. This moment is a signal of progress in our pandemic, in our fight against this pandemic that has isolated us for so long, for far too long. This moment provides hope for our future and better days to come. And this moment is evidence of why we are all here today, because of our belief that thorough, passionate, and deliberate pursuit of new knowledge and its application of cutting-edge research provides a positive good to our community, our nation, and our world. We're able to be here today because of the efforts of our frontline workers, infectious disease and public health experts, Emory leaders, and dedicated faculty and staff, and to you, our graduates, your family and friends, working together and collectively doing our parts through testing, distancing, isolating, vaccinating, and remaining vigilant in efforts to reduce the spread of this monstrous virus. Though the fight is far from over, the fact that we are here today provides hope for better days ahead. On a personal note, this day is also special for me. It is my last commencement as Dean of the Laney Graduate School and Vice Provost for Academic Affairs Graduate Studies. Over the last 15 years, I've had the pleasure of working with so many of you, and together we were able to make a visible, rich footprint for the intellectual and research space of the graduate school. During our most recent in-person diploma ceremony in 2019, we celebrated 100 years of the Laney Graduate School, and I have every confidence that the next 100 years will bring even greater recognition for Emory's eminence, acknowledging the unique and meaningful role of the Laney Graduate School in achieving the university's ambitions. Most importantly, this day is momentous because it is an outward symbol of the tremendous accomplishments and academic achievements of our graduates. Although the circumstances and disruptions have been unimaginable, you persevered. Your tireless and extraordinary efforts paid off and are reflected here in your presence today. So to you, our graduates, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. One part of our graduation celebration is the presentation of 3 special awards, and I'm pleased to share these with you today. I'm delighted to present both our 2020 and 2021 recipients of each award. These awards recognize extraordinary mentoring and teaching and celebrate individuals who raise the standards for mentoring and teaching in their respective areas. As superb teachers and mentors, they are all fitting recipients of these honors. The first award recognizes mentoring of the highest quality in graduate education, the Eleanor Main Graduate Mentor Awards. Named in honor of the late Dr. Eleanor Main, the awards recognize 1 faculty mentor and 1 student mentor who each set the standard for mentorship here at Emory. These awards are a tribute to the mentors as well as to Dr. Eleanor Main, who was a transformative leader herself at Emory for graduate education and a strong advocate for graduate students and faculty. In 2020, we awarded 2 Eleanor Main Awards to outstanding mentors among our graduate students. Our first awardee is Dr. Erica Harris. Dr. Erica Harris, please stand. Dr. Harris earned her PhD in the Population Biology, Ecology, and Evolution program. She mentored over 50 undergraduate students and has been a great source of inspiration and motivation to her peers and is highly respected among faculty. Erica is currently a postdoctoral research fellow at Agnes Scott College. Congratulations, Dr. Harris, and you may be seated. Thank you. Our next 2020 Eleanor Main Student Award recipient is Dr. Michael Vaughn. Dr. Vaughn, please stand. Dr. Vaughn graduated with a PhD in sociology in 2020. Both graduate and undergraduate students have benefited from Michael's scholarship and academic advisement. His desire for collaboration led him to invite undergraduates into his research projects through the Sociology Department's RISE program. As the organizer for the 2020 Critical Juncture Conference, he introduced graduate students to a number of academic and professional development opportunities. Michael is currently the Chief Postdoctoral Research Fellow at Columbia University's HIV Center for Clinical and Behavioral Studies. Congratulations to Dr. Vaughn, and you may be seated. The 2021 recipient of the Eleanor Main Graduate Student Mentor Award is Alisina Bazrafshan. Alisina, please stand. Alisina is graduating with a PhD in chemistry. He is noted as a mentor and strong leader by example. Alisina held several leadership positions, including president and vice president of the group known as SEED, Student Educational Experience Development, a graduate student organization. He's led efforts to mentor underserved youth to promote higher education. And beyond SEED, he's organized STEM-related opportunities for high schoolers to visit Emory and these included sessions for research techniques and financial planning for college. He's well respected among peers, mentees, and faculty. Congratulations, Salasina. You may be seated. The recipient of this year's Eleanor Main Graduate Faculty Mentor Award is Dr. David Yaho Chavez, a professor of economics and graduate faculty member at the Laney Graduate School. Dr. Yaho Chavez, please stand. Dr. Yaho Chavez provides tremendous dedication when mentoring graduate students. He created orientation programs for new students, mentor programs for first-year students, and research collaborations designed to elevate the research and presentation skills of students. He is known for consistently bringing a high level of energy and creativity to any task, and is generous with his time and willingness to meet student needs at every level. Congratulations, Dr. Yaho Chavez, and you may be seated. The Provost Distinguished Teaching Award for Excellence in Graduate and Professional Education honors one outstanding faculty member from Laney Graduate School and each of Emory's professional schools. The faculty member is nominated by colleagues, students, and alumni, and selected by a special committee representing both students and faculty. Nominees exemplify exceptional teaching in formal and informal graduate and professional educational settings. Our 2020 Provost Distinguished Teaching Award for Excellence recipient was Professor Michael Kramer. Dr. Kramer is a graduate faculty member in the Epidemiology Doctoral Program and Associate Professor of Epidemiology in Rollins School of Public Health. Dr. Kramer uses innovative teaching approaches and technologies to foster creativity and participation in the classroom. He's a highly effective member and serves a diverse group of students. Of course, it's a very special pleasure to note that Dr. Kramer is also an alum of the Laney Graduate School. I believe we prepared you well. He earned his doctorate in 2009. Our 2021 recipient of the Provost Distinguished Teaching Award for Excellence in Graduate and Professional Education for the Laney Graduate School is Professor Benjamin Reese. Dr. Reese is the Samuel Candler Dobbs Professor and Chair in the Department of English, Emory College, and he's not able to be with us today, but we honor him just the same. He served twice as a Director of Graduate Studies and is preparing to begin his second term as Chair of the Department of English. He's noted for his path-breaking interdisciplinary research. He's a gifted teacher, training students to be confident in themselves and their research so that they can create their footprints that extend beyond the academy in public-facing careers. Dr. Reese values his students' learning and professional achievements, urging them to think broadly and creatively about their professional paths. Please join me in a round of applause for all our awardees. Your recognition is well-deserved, colleagues. Graduation day is always a day of joy, and today is no different. Today you leave the stressful days and anxious nights behind you and happily join colleagues, friends, family, and advisors in this time-honored celebration. It's also a day of reflection, not just on the past year and your triumphs over the pandemic's disruptions, but a reflection of the journey that brought you to this point. The good days, the bad days, the days when you wanted to give up, and those days that you knew that this is exactly what you were supposed to be doing. Being here today is evidence of your goals, abilities, and determination. Whether receiving your master's degree or the PhD, the level of individual time, energy, and sacrifice is tremendous and was no easy feat. So celebrate, reflect, and now look to the future. To our master's graduates, the time that you have committed to exploring your fields required exceptional dedication. You've developed new ideas and trained with leading scholars, researchers, and practitioners. Your graduate research and training has equipped you with the necessary critical skills that will help you shape and advance your careers in ways that contribute and benefit society in the U.S. and abroad. Today marks the beginning of your future. Your path will take you to places unimaginable, and in those places you will find success as leaders in your fields, in your communities, and as contributors to the global public good. Your study and the work to follow will surely contribute to making our complex world smarter, stronger, and kinder. Our world desperately needs you, and you are prepared for the challenge. You each have gained knowledge, experience, and lessons learned that will positively contribute to the changes we all desire to see across all aspects of our world. 2 years ago, we coined the phrase, "It starts with one," and that holds true here today, now more than ever. The change that we need to see in this world and the solutions to our many challenges starts with you. You are the resource. You are adept, innovative problem solvers who are intellectually flexible, with new and growing wisdom. Through rigorous academic training and for many of you field-based practicum or clinical training, you are poised to improve and advance your disciplines, fields, and professions. And on this, one of your final days as master's students at Emory, know that you have the support of your Emory community every step of the way. We believe in you. Please join me in congratulating our master's graduates on this well-deserved honor. To our PhD graduates, throughout your journey, you have transformed from students to scholars, and the skill sets you have developed as doctoral students are transferable across all professional sectors. You have exemplified an unyielding commitment to the pursuit of truth, rigorous thinking with creative problem solving and innovation. You are now pursuers of analytical vigor. You are now thoughtful and critical listeners, and you are now poised for leadership in whatever professional pathway you choose, whether they lead to the academy or to careers beyond the academy. I am humbled by the diverse range of contributions you have made with your work. Every year, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I've read over your dissertations, and my mind and heart are always expanded. Despite the many challenges you faced, you continued to explore and question and provide extraordinary insights with innovations and new developments. With the conferral of the PhD, the terminal degree of higher education, the highest degree higher education can offer, your contribution to knowledge and to discovery become outwardly facing. Your PhD appoints you as ambassadors for graduate education and its positive and necessary contributions to the greater public good. And these contributions to society are necessary for us to meet and overcome the challenges we face today. Your degree comes with great responsibility. The legacy that is yet to be achieved requires your action, not only in the areas of your work, but in the lives of those who follow in your footsteps. Congratulations to you. I issue now my call to action for all graduates. I challenge you on every occasion to step up and make the case for graduate education. Tell our stories to public officials, to our leaders, to the media, to our communities, and to our families and friends. When the moments present themselves, and they surely will, I ask that you speak up about the value of graduate education, research, and science. Take the spirit of Emory with you everywhere you go. Be bold and be confident in your skills. You possess skills that only a journey of this magnitude could develop. So as I close, I would like to say thank you to families and friends for sharing this journey, for bringing your graduate to this day. So many of you have faced difficult decisions and many significant sacrifices to support our graduates through this academic journey. Graduates, thank you for choosing Emory to be such an integral path on your journey. Thank you for having the courage to become the one to lead new discoveries, challenge the customary, and change the world. You all leave a legacy here at Emory and the Laney Graduate School. Your work at Emory has added the important impact of positive change for those who bear the responsibility for teaching and training the next generation of students and practitioners. You have made your mark on them. Thank you for strengthening Emory. You have made it a better place for those that remain and for those that are to come. So from all of us to all of you, great congratulations. And now on to the degrees. As with everything these days, we will be commemorating this portion of our ceremony a little differently than in years past. We will begin with our master's graduates. As your name is called, please stand and be recognized. A slide with your photo and degree information will be projected on the screens for a moment, and then you yourself will be projected. As the next name is called, please be seated. Please hold your applause until all master's degree candidates have been recognized so that each person can hear their names. There's a live, so applaud mightily at the end of all the masters. There's a live video stream of this ceremony, and we want to make sure those viewing from home are able to experience the occasion as fully as possible as well.
Diana Alatorre, Master of Development Practice. Daniel Amankwa, Master of Development Practice. Alexander Himanshu Amin, Master of Arts, English. Banty T. Brownell, Master of Development Practice. Carla Joan Carmona, Master of Arts, English. Annabella Maria Cockrell, Master of Development Practice. Sarah Jean Coolidge, Master of Arts, Bioethics. Ryan Christopher Cruz, Master of Development Practice. Lindsay Rochelle Shapansky, Master of Development Practice. Rohan Ketan Damsania, Master of Science, Cancer Biology and Translational Oncology. Xiangzhe Dong, Master of Science, Computer Science. Mona Elmanyawi, Master of Development Practice. Kevin Xavier Farley, Master of Science, Clinical Research. Harris Munger Greenwood, Master of Science, Mathematics. Joshua Eugene Griffin, Master of Development Practice. Pooja Steny Kalaparakel, Master of Development Practice. Rebecca Elizabeth Cook, Master of Development Practice. Daniel Kong, Master of Science, Computer Science. Kuhn, Lin, Master of Science, Neuroscience. Zhixiang Liu, Master of Science, Computer Science. Jamie Claire Lutz, Master of Development Practice. Jennifer Lenore McDonald, Master of Arts, Sociology. Judith Morney, Master of Development Practice. Francine M. Nabintu, Master of Development Practice. Alexandra Perez, Master of Science, Environmental Sciences. Dr. Carrie Ashlyn Room, Master of Arts, Bioethics. Sarah Gayatri Samranayaka, Master of Science, Cancer Biology and Translational Oncology. Michelle Sumler, Master of Arts, Bioethics. Colin Curry Swen, Master of Science, Cancer Biology and Translational Oncology. Charles Terry, Master of Science, Clinical Research. Michael Turgeon, Master of Science, Clinical Research. Yan Yu Wang, Master of Science, Environmental Sciences. Yibo Wang, Master of Science, Computer Science. Sierra Marlowe Weiss, Master of Arts, Bioethics. Anna Woodbury, Master of Science, Clinical Research. Melinda Wu, Master of Science, Clinical Research. Chenxi Xu, Master of Science, Computer Science. Isabel B. Young, Master of Science, Cancer Biology and Translational Oncology. Jamika Zion, Master of Arts, Sociology. Rahimjan Abdugafurov, Doctor of Philosophy, Islamic Civilization Studies. Donahan Abdugafuraba, Doctor of Philosophy, Islamic Civilization Studies. Mwangala Precious Akamandisa, Doctor of Philosophy, Cancer Biology.
Okay. In our efforts to make our commencement as intimate as possible and as personal as possible, we've bled into a couple of our PhD students, but we'll backtrack a touch. Let's applaud those wonderful master's students and those extraordinary accomplishments. That's great. Thank you so much. Doctoral graduates, it's your turn. Doctoral graduates, academic tradition signifies the Doctor of Philosophy as the highest academic degree by having the doctoral hood placed over the student's head. Normally, the doctoral candidate is hooded here on stage by their advisor, but today, due to these continuing times in our pandemic, candidates may be hooded by a guest seated next to them, whether a family member, a loved one, or an advisor. Graduates, again, once your name is called, please stand and be hooded by your guests. Your slide will be projected on the screens for a moment, and then the screen will show you being hooded. We know that this is a very special time and your guests may want to take a video or photo of your hooding. When the next graduate's name is called, the screens will move on, and we ask you to please complete your hooding and be seated. Faculty advisors who are not guests of their graduate may also stand at your seat and honor the student when their name is called. So please, everyone, remain at your seat. And again, please hold all applause until the end of the ceremony so that each person can hear their name, and we will cheer mightily then, too. Thanks.
Caitlin Glockner Allen, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavioral, Social, and Health Education Sciences. Amanda Arl Pragasam, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Vladislav Eisenberg, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Morgan Barham, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Alisina Bazarafshan, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Jameson Teruo Lane Berry, Doctor of Philosophy, Cancer Biology. Amy Ann Blumling, Doctor of Philosophy, Nursing. Sarah Valencia Bato, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Pernilla Bulow, Doctor of Philosophy, Neuroscience. Sung Tsao, Doctor of Philosophy, Physics. U Nil David Cho, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Dr. Daniel Michael Chopik, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Lindsay Jane Collin, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Daniel Lynn Collins Wildman, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Sarah Suzanne Connolly, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Carolee Elizabeth Cook, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Daniel James Capetto, Doctor of Philosophy, Anthropology. Erica Elizabeth Satari, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Andrew James Culbreth, Doctor of Philosophy, Philosophy. Katie Cullum, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Shruti Syriac, Doctor of Philosophy, Nutrition and Health Sciences. Jordan Leah Daniels, Doctor of Philosophy, Philosophy. Christine K. Dennis, Doctor of Philosophy, Nutrition and Health Sciences. Sergio Luis Diaz Lima Gramaccio, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Informatics. Jessica Ann Dugan, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Brian Matthew Elrod, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Taylor Alexandria Farmer Nelson, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Hao Feng, Doctor of Philosophy, Biostatistics. Salma Ferdous, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Stephanie Lynn Foster, Doctor of Philosophy, Neuroscience. Michael David Garber, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Rachel Hannah Gardner, Doctor of Philosophy, Comparative Literature. Christy Michelle Garza, Doctor of Philosophy, Neuroscience. Crystal Delarice Grant, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Rochelle Renee Green, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Kia Nicole Grooms, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Anna Gunderson, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Soumya Gurbani, Doctor of Philosophy, Biomedical Engineering. Eric William Hall, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Sahar Harati, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Informatics. Haley Christine Harrell, Doctor of Philosophy, Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies. Erica Bernice Harris, Doctor of Philosophy, Population Biology, Ecology, and Evolution. Jennifer Lauren Hayward, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Abigail Lauren Heller, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Cassandra Leigh Hendricks, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Mingxuan Huang, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Yunfang Huang, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Laura Catherine Huber, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Binta Jallo, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Donghyun Jung, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Stephanie Karina Jones, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Amrit Kashyap, Doctor of Philosophy, Biomedical Engineering, Master of Science, Clinical Research. Mariam Kakan, Doctor of Philosophy, Mathematics. Sa Yan Kim, Doctor of Philosophy, Business. Brian Clapes, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Mary E. Colmer Horton, Doctor of Philosophy, Institute of Liberal Arts. Ha Un Kong, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Stephanie Cozy, Doctor of Philosophy, Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies. Stephanie Allison Larson, Doctor of Philosophy, English. Rebecca Whitney Leet, Doctor of Philosophy, Nutrition and Health Sciences. Amy Si-Jing Lee, Doctor of Philosophy, English. Yi-Xiang Li, Doctor of Philosophy, Cancer Biology. Dan Liu, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Wenbing Liu, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Xingwen Loi, Doctor of Philosophy, Population Biology, Ecology, and Evolution. Joshua Daniel Lukemeyer, Doctor of Philosophy, Biostatistics. Kelly Sabrina Lin, Doctor of Philosophy, Biochemistry, Cell and Developmental Biology. Pei Ma, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Rong Ma, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Maggie MacDonald, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Mika Saragina Meyer, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Kristen Jean Marks, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Margaret Matthews, Doctor of Philosophy, Philosophy. Rebecca McLinn, Doctor of Philosophy, English. Taryn McLaughlin, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Annie Jovita McPherson, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Christopher David Merwin, Doctor of Philosophy, Philosophy. Lisa Kimberly Mills, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Elizabeth V. Minton, Doctor of Philosophy, Biochemistry, Cell and Developmental Biology. Santiago Montoya Blandun, Doctor of Philosophy, Economics. Anna Burcham Morris, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Kristen Nicole Morrow, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Jordan R. Murphy, Doctor of Philosophy, Nursing. Siti Sera Muwahida, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Tenzin Namdul, Doctor of Philosophy, Anthropology. Samana Nasiri, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Informatics. Joseph Lane Natali, Doctor of Philosophy, Physics. Anna Newton Levinson, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavioral, Social, and Health Education Sciences. Derek Thomas Onken, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Information. Joy R. Orr, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Ju Hyun Park, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Emily Sweetnam Pingle, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Rebecca M. Polak, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Richard Anthony Purcell, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Omar Quinones, Doctor of Philosophy, Philosophy. Timothy Mark Rainey II, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Marie-Ange Rectuniana, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Sarah Kathleen Redd, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavioral, Social, and Health Education Sciences. Allison Roberts, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Juan Luis Rodriguez, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavioral, Social, and Health Education Sciences. Roxana Mariel Rodriguez Stewart, Doctor of Philosophy, Microbiology and Molecular Genetics. John Christopher Rounds, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Supriya Sarkar, Doctor of Philosophy, Epidemiology. Samantha Lynn Schwartz, Doctor of Philosophy, Biochemistry, Cell and Developmental Biology. Abigail Leanne Scribner, Doctor of Philosophy, Comparative Literature. Alia Sakari, Doctor of Philosophy, Nutrition and Health Sciences. Lindsay Ann Shapiro, Doctor of Philosophy, Neuroscience. Sumit Sharma, Doctor of Philosophy, Neuroscience. Wanchul Shen, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Hannah Simon, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Jia Song, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Rachel Amanda Spencer, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavioral, Social, and Health Education Sciences. Jamie Yvonne Story, Doctor of Philosophy, Molecular and Systems Pharmacology. Ku Nong Su, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Informatics. Sarah Catherine Suchu, Doctor of Philosophy, Genetics and Molecular Biology. Dominika Sriboda, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology and Molecular Pathogenesis. Farnaz Tomasebian, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Informatics. Catherine Tatum, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Taylor A. Toole, Doctor of Philosophy, Nursing. Michael Patrick Vaughn, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Dr. M.A. Ishuan Maria Vester, Doctor of Philosophy, Environmental Health Sciences. Danielle Villa, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Karen Ann Wallach, Doctor of Philosophy, Business. Benjamin Wirtz, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry. Patricia White, Doctor of Philosophy, Population Biology, Ecology, and Evolution. Kirsten Widener, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Sarah Ann Williams, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Dana Williamson, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavioral, Social, and Health Education Sciences. Rachel Wren, Doctor of Philosophy, Religion. Jian Xu, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science. Safura Yousefi, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science and Informatics. Jiahui Zhang, Doctor of Philosophy, Biomedical Engineering.
Before we break into a round of extreme and mighty applause, I want to go over three graduates who we weren't able to synchronize as we got in the beginning. We got off track a bit with our video. And they will be hooded now, and we will have camera on them when they're hooded. Rahim Jan, Abdugafarov, Congratulations. Donohan Abdugafarova, congratulations. And Wangala Precious Akamandisa. Congratulations. Okay, everybody, you know what you have to do now. It's time for the big applause. Great, congratulations all. Please welcome once again Emory Board of Trustees member and alum Cynthia Sanborn, who will issue our alumni welcome.
All right, distinguished graduates. As a proud Emory alumni, I have the privilege of welcoming you formally to the ranks of the alumni of this great university. While your cherished status as students may have ended all too quickly, you each will bear the title of alumnus or alumna for the rest of your lives. Today, you join a dynamic group of women and men, more than 153,000 strong. So would everyone in the audience who is an alumnus or alumna of Emory University, except for today's graduates, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You can be seated. And with the 2020 and 2021 graduates, please stand to be recognized as Emory's newest alumni. Graduates, we hope that you, like your fellow alumni, will maintain ties to Emory, will help build its future, and will always feel at home here. As your colleagues, we know that the university has impacted values as well as knowledge, and we look forward to witnessing the leadership you provide in the communities of your choice. Wherever you go, you will always be part of the Emory community, and will take a little of Emory with you. As you make your mark on the world, stay in touch, stay involved, visit often, and let us hear from you. We wish you the best and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, we now have the singing of the Emory University alma mater. So that happens in some way. It's not me singing a solo. Although someday in another life I would love to be an opera singer or a jazz singer. Okay. Ah. That's it. Very good. Wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you.
Sun
Wonderful and fitting. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank the Laney Graduate School staff and the University Commencement Committee for their dedication in making sure that this ceremony was an occasion for all of us to remember with great fondness. I offer too my personal thanks to the graduate faculty and our entire LGS community. It's been a privilege to serve in the work of graduate education with you for the past 15 years, and I remain humbled and inspired by your commitments and values. Of special note, this is also the final commencement that my dear colleague, Dr. Catherine Johnson, attends as the Senior Associate Dean for the Laney Graduate School. Her contributions have been extraordinary. In her work for LGS, she has put many principles from her research into practice. And now Kathy will return as a professor and advisor, mentoring doctoral students in this work and to great accomplishment continuing. There aren't enough words for me to adequately thank you, Dr. Johnson. You have my deepest respect, and the Laney Graduate School is fortunate and honored to have worked with you in service to graduate education and in service to Emory. Thank you. One final point of procedure before we adjourn. You may have noticed that your diploma covers do not contain the actual diplomas. All diplomas will be mailed to your permanent addresses. They're good. They're good. Our faculty marshal, Dr. Catherine Johnson, and our volunteer ushers will signal each row when it's your turn to depart. And please continue to observe our safety protocols. Remain masked while inside the building. Don't gather inside this room too much, and make sure that you take all of your belongings with you as you exit. We won't be able to re-enter after dismissal. Faculty Marshal, please prepare for the recessional. Thank you.